Okay. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll start with our remaining topic, that is somatic structure, types of fungal thalli, fungal tissue, and modification of thallus. Before going to start with our remaining topic, we can take revision of the previous one. So first of all, the definition of the fungus. Fungus, that is the eukaryotic in nature. What do by eukaryotic in nature means? They having the well developed nucleus and all cell organelles that are the membrane bound cell organelles that are in this particular eukaryotic type of microorganisms. Other that is the spore bearing. What do by spore? Spore in simple the reproductive structure of the fungus, that is called as spore. Reproductive structure of the fungus, that is called as spore. Then next, that is the chlorophyll, means fungus are without chlorophyll. They cannot synthesize their own food material because they lack of or divide upon chlorophyll. Those plant or the animal, they contain the chlorophyll in their body. They synthesize their own food material, but fungus are achlorophyllous. That's why they depend on the others for their food and all nutrient and water requirement. That is the achlorophyllous in nature. Next, heterotrophic. Heterotrophic is nothing but they again depends on the other. Autotrophs means they synthesize their own food material, while heterotrophs are nothing but they can depend on the others for their food material. That is called as heterotrophic organism that are generally reproduced by means of a sexual and asexual, and the structure, that is filamentous in a structure, and the cell wall of the fungus that contain either chitin or cellulose, or both chitin and cellulose. Okay, most of the fungus, in case of an examination, the question asked, that is the cell wall of the fungus that contains, the answer is chitin, but in some oomycetes, the cell wall of an oomycetes contain cellulose, or in some of the fungus, they contain both the chitin as well as cellulose. Next, that is the general characteristic of the fungus. First characteristic, that is the vegetative thallus. What do by vegetative thallus? Body of the fungus is called as thallus. Most important definition, that is thallus is nothing but the body of the fungus, that is called as thallus. In this particular thallus, various definitions are there. Hypa means the single thread like structure of the fungus, that is called as hypa. Group of such a hypa is called as mycelium. Group of such a hypa is called as mycelium, and the mycelium having the various types, that is the intercellular mycelium, intracellular mycelium, and vascular mycelium. Inter is nothing but when this particular mycelium that can be grow in between the cell, and they can send their organ of absorption into the body of that particular cell, and that particular organ of an absorption, that is called as hostoria. While growing in between the cell, these particular fungus send hostoria inside the cell, and they obtain or absorb the food material. Another, that is the intracellular. Intracellular is nothing but that particular fungus is grown within the cell, and they directly absorb the protoplasm of the particular cell. Last one, vascular mycelium means those mycelium that grow in between the vascular tissue, that is called as vascular. So in case of fungus definition, that is eukaryotic, spore bearing, achlorophyllous, heterotrophic organism that is generally reproduced by means of sexual or asexual mean, that is called as fungus, and the body of fungus, that is called as thallus. Okay, second one, that is next character, that is the cell wall. What about cell wall? Cell wall is nothing but that is the structure that can be surrounded the all cell organelles in that particular cell, and these cell wall in case of fungus that contain the chitin or cellulose, or both chitin and cellulose. Next point, that is nutrition. What about nutrition? That is how this particular fungus is absorb or obtain their food material, that is the nutrition. And mode of nutrition in case of fungus, that is both parasitic, that is fungus are the parasitic in nature, and both by means of an parasite, or they can may live on the living host or on the dead host, that is called as saprophytes or obligate parasite. Okay. nuclear structure, that is in your multinucleated, sexuality, that is sexual or asexual, then life cycle, that is simple to complex, sporocarps, that is the in your multinucleated, and distribution, that is the cosmo, all about general characteristic of the fungus. It's all about the general characteristic of the fungus. Okay. One by one we can see in detail, that is the thallus, eucarpic and holocarpic thallus. Means in case of a eucarpic thallus, this thallus is differentiated into the vegetative as well as reproductive part, while in case of a holocarpic, this vegetative part it can convert to the reproductive structure after the completion of a vegetative phase. That particular thallus that directly converted into the reproductive structure, that is called as holo. Holo is complete, means a single that is not differentiated into vegetative and reproductive. But in case of an eucarpic thallus, this structure is differentiated into the vegetative as well as reproductive part separately. Vegetative part that used for the, or that can be absorbed the nutrients, while reproductive part form the reproductive structure like the spore or other reproductive organs are there. They can be formed by this particular reproductive part. Okay. Next one, that is hyphae, single thread-like structure of the fungus called as hyphae. Mycelium. A group of such hyphae is called as, or aggregation of the hyphae called as mycelium. It is septate and aseptate mycelium. Non-septate, sorry, non-septate mycelium means that particular mycelium is not surrounded by the cross wall. This particular mycelium is not surrounded by the cross wall, that is called as non-septate or aseptate or coinocytic mycelium. While septate mycelium means that having the different septation are there. Here in the image you can clearly see that is the septation, that is a cross wall that will be present in between the particular mycelium that divide the mycelium into two different structure, that is called as septate mycelium. Okay. Then ectophytic mycelium. Ectophytic is the fungal thallus is present on the external surface. Means suppose these and cell, if this particular fungus is present on the external surface, that is called as ectophytic mycelium. If the fungus thallus is present on the external surface, that is called as ectophytic mycelium. While in case of endophytic mycelium, if the fungus that penetrate into the host cell, suppose this is an host cell and these particular mycelium or the fungus that penetrate into the cell, suppose these are two cells are there, this particular may, this fashion, this particular fungus penetrate into the host cell, that is called as endophytic. Endophytic mycelium means those mycelium that penetrate the host cell, that divided into three different types. First, that is called as intercellular. Intercellular means hyphae or the mycelium that grow in between the cells. Suppose this is first cell and this is another cell. These particular mycelium that grow inside the, or in between the two cell, and upon penetration they can send their organ of absorption, into the host cell for absorbing the nutrient, that is called as intracellular mycelium. It is called as intercellular mycelium. While intracellular mycelium means these hyphae that penetrate, these hyphae that directly penetrate into the host cell and they can directly absorb the protoplasm. They can directly absorb the protoplasm from this point. This particular cell that can be directly penetrate the host cell or grow in between, not in between, that is in within the cell, that is called as intracellular mycelium. Like, and last one, that is the vascular mycelium. Mycelium growing in the vascular tissue. Mycelium that grow in the vascular tissue of the plant, that is called as vascular mycelium. Now, intercellular hyphae produce the spatial organ, and that organ is called as the hostelria. This is very important. This organ of the absorption, that is called as hostelria. These fungus send their hostelria. This structure that is called as hostelria, and you can completely, you can clearly see that is the hostelria that can be sent by the intracellular mycelium. While in case of an intracellular mycelium, they absorb the food material. They absorb the food material directly from the protoplasm, without any specialized structure. आवाज येतो ना रे माझा?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Then difference between the intracellular and intracellular mycelium. That is the intracellular, that is nothing but in between the cell. Intra means nothing to within the cell. Okay. Next. Cell wall. The main important point, that is the cell wall, that period constituent, that is the chitin or cellulose. In case of the most important thing, most of the fungus that contain the chitin in their cell wall, but the cellulose that present, the cellulose that present in case of cellulose that can be present in case of these oomycetes. Okay. Next one, nutrition. There are three types of fungus, that is the saprophyte, then symbiote and parasite. Saprophyte means they can be live on the dead material. The symbiosis is nothing but mutually beneficial to each other, and parasite means that can be live on the living host, that is called as parasite. Okay, these are all definition we will already today. Nuclear status of the fungus, that is eukaryotic, then multinucleated, then mycelium is being homokaryotic or heterokaryotic. What do by homokaryotic? Homokaryotic means that particular organs that present, or that is the all nucleus that will be present on the same similar thallus, that is homokaryotic. But in case of an heterokaryotic, more than one type of nucleus. Homokaryotic, that is the one single type of nucleus is present in that particular thallus, that is called a homokaryotic. While heterokaryotic is nothing but that is the more than one type of nucleus that will be present in a single thallus, that is called as heterokaryotic. So that is next, that is haploid or diploid. Haploid or diploid means what? Haploid means that is single N, that is the diploid, that is the two N will be there. Okay. Then well defined structure, that is nuclear membrane and nucleus chromatin material that also present. Then sexuality, sexual or asexual, homo or heterothallic. Homothallic means both the thallus, both the sex organ, that is male and female sex organ, that will be present in a single thallus. Male and female sex organ that will be present in a single thallus, that is called as homothallic. While in case of an heterothallic, both male and female sex organ are present on different thallus, that is called as heterothallic. Okay. Next one, life cycle, that is simple to complex life cycle. Sporocarp, that is microscopic or macroscopic. Sporocarp is nothing but the fruiting body. Fruiting bodies are nothing but the body that contain the spore, or the body that produces the spore, that is called as fruiting body. And these fruiting bodies are either microscopic or macroscopic. Means some of the fruiting body require the microscope for their observation, while in case of some fungus, they can directly see with our naked eye. And cosmopolitan distribution means that particular fungus is distributed worldwide or everywhere. Okay, this is all about the characteristic of fungus. Next one, somatic structure. Now, somatic structure, what is the purpose of somatic structure in case of a fungus? That is to obtain the nourishment, or for the nutrition purpose. Means these somatic structure that will be used for obtaining the food material. These somatic structure in case of fungus is used for obtaining the nutrition or for the nourishment purpose, as well as to resist or tolerate the unfavorable condition for their survival. Means these structure when the atmospheric conditions are not favorable for the growth and development of this particular fungus, they having the different resistant structures are there. In that the particular structure, they can be over winter or over summer, they can be perpetuate in such a structure. And last one, that is the for reproduction. Somatic structure in case of an organism, what is the purpose of the somatic structure? That is to obtain the nourishment, to resist against the tolerant, to resist the unfavorable condition, and for reproduction. The different somatic structures are as follows. Which are the different somatic structure are there? First, that is the hostorrhea. All of you know that is the hostorrhea is the organ of absorption, and this particular hostorrhea is absorb the food material, from particular host cell. Next, then apressoria, and third one rhizoid. Three somatic structures are there. First, hostorrhea, apressoria, and rhizoids. One by one, you can see that is the hostorium. This is an hostorium. It is the outgrowth of somatic hyphae, regarded as the special absorption organ produced on certain hyphae by the parasitic fungus for obtaining the nourishment by piercing into the living cell of the host. Here in this image, you can see this is an fungal hyphae. This is an fungal hyphae, and these specialized hyphae that can be inserted in this fungus is grow on the external surface or in between the cell. This special organ that produces for obtaining the nourishment or the food organ, and that can be present in the cell, and these ostium that absorb the food. They may be knob-like in case of an albigo, this is genus, then elongated, irrecipe, uncinular, and finger-like in Peronospora. Here you can see that is the structure of this particular Osteria is the finger-like structure. Structure of this fungus Osterium is finger-like structure. They have the different structure, that is knob-like structure, then elongated and finger-like structure. Three types of structure are there. First one, that is knob-like, elongated, and finger-like structure. Here in this image, you can see that is the finger-like structure. So these particular Osterium is nothing but the outgrowth of this particular hyphae that used for obtaining the nourishment by piercing into the living cell. Means this particular organ is inserted into the host cell, and this particular organ is absorb the food material, that is called as Hostorium. That is called as Hostorium. In that is the hostor is called as drinker, means they can absorb the material. The next, Appressorium. Then this Appressorium, this word come from the aprimere. Aprimere means to press against, or plural it is called as Appressoria. Plural it's called as Appressoria. What is this? A flattened tip of the hyphae. A flattened tip of the hyphae or germ tube acting as a pressing organ by attaching to the host surface and give rise a minute infection peg, which usually grow and penetrate the epidermal cell of the host. Here you can see that is the Appressorium. हे काय आहे? Appressoria. It is nothing but the flattened tip of the hyphae. This is an hyphae. हे काय आहे? हे स्ट्रक्चर आहे hyphaeचं. हे काय आहे? Hyphaeचं स्ट्रक्चर आहे, and this is an flattened tip. This particular, that is the flattened tip of the particular Appressorium, and this structure in this image you can see that is this particular structure is pressed inside the cell. This particular Appressorial or the knob-like structure or the tube-like structure or the flattened structure is pressed into the cell. Is pressed into the cell. That organ is called as Appressorium. That organ is called as Appressorium. Okay. And last one, that is the rhizoid. This is a rhizoid. This structure is called as rhizoid. These are the slender root-like branched structure found in the substratum produced by the some fungi, which are usually for the anchoring to the thallus. Those fungus that want to anchor on the thallus. The substratum means, suppose in case of a mushroom, mushroom is the fungus. Mushroom काय आहे? Fungus आहे that will be grow on the special substratum. That will be grow on the different substrate, and in that particular substratum, when this particular fungus want to anchor on this substratum, they produce the root-like slender structure, and that root-like structure is called as rhizoid. Okay, suppose you want to grow the fungus artificially in the particular substratum, and when that particular fungus grow in the substratum and they want to anchor the substratum, they produce a special structure. That special structure is called as rhizoid. It's simple. Rhizoid is structure is nothing but the root-like structure. Rhizoid is nothing but the root-like structure that will be produced by the some fungi which are useful for the anchoring the thallus. Okay, this is the somatic structure. Next, types of fungal thalli. Next point, types of fungal thalli. The fungus thalli that can be divided into two different groups, that is the homothallic and another one the heterothallic fungus. What do by homothallic? In fungi in which both sexes occurs on a same thallus, means male and female sex organ present on a single thallus or the single body of the fungus, that is called as homothallic fungus. Types of fungal thalli. There are two types of fungal thalli, that is homothallic and heterothallic. Homo means a single. These particular sex organ, that is male sex organ and female sex organ, both occurs on a single thallus, that is called as homothallic fungus. While in case of an heterothallic fungus, the fungal species, the sexual organ for reproduction, they can be present on the different thallus. Means male and female organ that cannot present on a same thallus, that is called as heterothallic fungus. Homothallic fungus, fungi in which both sexes occurs on same thallus, which can reproduce sexually by itself without the aid of another thallus that is self-compatible, means self-fertile. त्याला काय म्हणतात, सेल्फ फर्टिलायझेशन, क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन आणि सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन माहिती किंवा सेल्फ फर्टिलिटी किंवा क्रॉस फर्टिलिटी माहिती काय. वेन सम ऑफ द मेल गॅमेट्स दॅट कॅन बी ट्रान्सपोर्टेड टू द फिमेल गॅमेट दॅट इज प्रेझेंट ऑन द अनदर प्लांट, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण, क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन मध्ये काय होतं, दॅट इज मेल अँड फिमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन आर प्रेझेंट इन अ सिंगल फ्लावर. In case of self-pollination, male and female sex organ present on a same flower, and these anthers that can be deposited on the stigma, and there is a fertilization. Likewise, in fungus, the homothallic means both sex organ that present in a single thallus, that is called as homothallic, while heterothallic, the fungus species containing of the self-sterile, means they have self-incompatible, there is no self-fertile. Homothallic fungus are the self-fertile. The fertilization takes place itself because the both sex organ present in a single body, while in case of an heterothallic, they are self-sterile. There is no possibility of an fertilization because the male or female sex organ that is not present on a single body. That's why that is called as self-sterile or self-incompatible, that require the union of two compatible thalli for the sexual reproduction. Means for sexual reproduction, there is a male and female gamete that will be needed, and both male and female gametes, they come with contact with each other, and at that time this cross pollination or cross sexual reproduction that's possible. So in case of an heterothallic fungus, the male and female sex organ are both the gametes that should be produced on the different thallus, they are self-sterile or self-incompatible. Next, fungal tissues. Next point, that is fungal tissues. Fungal tissues are called as plectenchyma, that is the mycelium becomes organized into the loosely or compactly woven tissues. Suppose this is a single thread-like structure. Single thread-like structure of the fungus, that is called as hypa. When these hypa that or the group of such a hypa, group of and such a hypa, that is called as mycelium. Group of such a hypa is called as mycelium. When these particular mycelium that can be woven or compactly woven or organized into the special structure, when these mycelium is arranged in a special structure that is compactly with each other, this is called as the plectenchyma, and that is the fungal tissue. These tissue compose various types of vegetative as well as reproductive structure. Types of plectenchyma. Fungal tissue मध्ये आपल्याला बघायचं आहे कोणता, plectenchyma. There are various types of plectenchyma. First one, that is the prosenchyma. First one, prosenchyma. It is loosely woven tissue. The component hyphae retain their individuality, which can easily distinguish as hyphae and lie parallel to one another. Here in this image, that is called as prosenchyma. पहिली गोष्ट महत्त्वाची लक्षात ठेवा, plectenchyma म्हणजे काय, that is the systematic or the compact arrangement of the mycelium. Mycelium ची compact झालेली arrangement when hyphae that can comes in contact with the each other, they form the structure that is called as plectenchyma. The first type of plectenchyma, that is prosenchyma. What do we mean by prosenchyma? It is also the loosely woven tissues. The component hyphae retain their individuality. Here you can clearly see that each hyphae that retain their individuality. म्हणजे प्रत्येक hyphae काय आहे, सेपरेट आहे, त्याचं कोणतेही स्ट्रक्चर त्या ठिकाणी फॉर्म झालेलं नाही. That is called as prosenchyma. While in case of a pseudoparenchyma, it is compactly woven tissue. It consists of the closely packed cell which are isodiametric or oval in shape, resembling parenchymatous cell of the plant, and hence the name, that is the pseudoparenchyma. हे कशासारखं स्ट्रक्चर होतं, ते fungal tissue that can be arranged as like the parenchymatous cell. आता प्लांट मधल्या ज्या parenchymatous cell ज्या आहेत त्याच्यासारखं काय होतं, ह्या मायसिलियमचं किंवा फंगसच्या हायपीचं काय होतं, स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म होतं, दॅट हॅव्हिंग दी ओव्हल इन शेप. कोणत्या शेप मध्ये असतं, ओव्हल शेप असतं. सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज pseudoparenchyma. त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं, pseudoparenchyma. द कंपोनंट हायपी लूज देअर इंडिव्हिज्युअलिटी अँड नॉट डिस्टिंग्विशेबल ऍज अ हायपी. म्हणजे त्यामध्ये काय झालंय, देयर इज अ नो डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन दिस पर्टिक्युलर हायपी. ऑल दीज आर द हायपी. या काय आहेत, सर्व hyphae आहे that comes under the one compact structure that is called as pseudo parenchyma, and this looks like an parenchymatous cell in case of a plant, hence it is named as the pseudo parenchyma. Next, that is the modification of thallus. Next one, modification of the thallus or the modification of the mycelium. आता thallus तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, that is the body of the fungus is called as thallus. Mycelium is nothing but the group of hypha is called as mycelium. Here in the last, that is we can study it, that is modification of the mycelium or the modification of the thallus. First one, that is rhizomorph. First modification in the mycelium, that is the rhizomorph. What do by rhizomorph? Thick strand of the somatic hyphae in which the hyphae lose their integrity and form the complex tissue that are resistant to the adverse condition and remain dormant under the favorable condition return. The structure of the growing tip of a rhizomorph resembles that the root tip, hence the name that is rhizomorph. आता rhiza म्हणजे तुम्हाला माहिती आहे root, morphology is nothing but the shape, study of shape, size and structure, that is called as morphology. Morph is nothing but shape, root shape, so it is called as rhizomorph. Basically the modification of the mycelium, and these mycelium that can be arranged here, this structure, outside structure, that is called as rhizomorph. Outside structure of the plant cell means that can be attached to the outer portion of the particular plant cell and it resemble as like the root tip. तुम्ही TS of root शिकले असतात, transverse section of the root. Here the same structure that will be formed in this particular fungus, that is called as rhizomorph. त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं? Rhizomorph, and that is useful for resistance to the adverse condition and remain dormant until the favorable condition that will be written. Rhizomorph structure का form होते? That is for resistance to the adverse climatic condition. When the adverse climatic condition are there, these particular mycelium form the root-like structure that is called as rhizomorph, and when the favorable conditions are written, they can be grow as a new individual hyphae or the individual mycelium, that is called as rhizome. Next one, that is stroma, plural, that is called as stromata. It is compact somatic structure, look like matrices or the cushion on which or in which fructification, that is spore or fruiting bodies, are usually formed, that is called as stroma. Matrices माहिती आहे? Matrices म्हणजे काय रे? What were matrices? गादी. Matricesला काय म्हणतो? गादी म्हणतो. These particular stroma is nothing but the somatic structure look like the matrices. It is look like the matrices and or the cushion on which the fructification or the spore that will be occur. याच्यावर काय होते? Fructification त्या ठिकाणी फंगसचं स्टार्ट. याच्यावर काय होते? Fructification of the fungus that will be occur in that particular structure, that is called as stroma. Then some stomatal stroma, cushion-like structure formed below the epidermis in the substomatal region, that is called as sporophores, in which sporophore that will produce called as substomatal stroma. ज्या स्ट्रोमाचं वेगवेगळे टाइप आहे. स्ट्रोमा म्हणजे काय लक्षात घ्या? स्ट्रोमा इज नथिंग बट दी matrices like structure or the cushion like structure in which the fructification or the formation of spore that will be occur, that is called as stroma, that having the various type. First one, that is substomatal stroma. When these cushion like structure form below the epidermis, that is called as substomatal stroma. Next one, perithecial stroma. When reproductive bodies like perithecia of some fungus are embedded characteristically throughout the periphery of stroma, such a stroma are called as perithecial stroma. When the reproductive bodies like the perithecia in next chapter, that is sexual and asexual reproduction, we will study that is perithecia, that is the reproductive body of the fungus. Perithecia is nothing but the reproductive body of the fungus, and in this particular perithecia there is the formation of the spores. The perithecia मध्ये काय होते? Formation of spores. So these reproductive body like the perithecia that embedded or that can be around periphery of that particular stroma, that is called as perithecial stroma. त्या cushion like structure च्या साइडने काय होते? There is an in the periphery of this particular stroma there is a production of a reproductive body. That body is called as perithecia, that is called as perithecial stroma. Okay. Next, modification of the mycelium or the modification of the thallus, that is the sclerotia. One most important thing is that the sclerotium is nothing like that, is mustard seed like structure. हे काय आहे? Mustard seed like structure. This is the black, brown shape or oval shape structure that is called as sclerotium, and it is a very hard resting structure. It is very hard resting structure of the fungus that is causes the root rot disease in case of an plant. That is the sclerotium and rhizoctonia, that is the root rot causing pathogen, and they produce the hard resting structure. This is a very hard resting structure, and upon germination, when the favorable condition that occur upon germination, they looks like these. Means these are the sclerotium. These are the sclerotium or the hard resting structure like the मस्टर्ड सीड लाईक स्ट्रक्चर. कशासारखं? मोहरीचं सीड जसं असतं तसं या स्क्लेरोशियमचं स्ट्रक्चर आहे. आणि अपॉन जर्मिनेशन दे गिव्ह राईज दी व्हेरियस हायपा. ज्यावेळेस ते जर्मिनेट होतं तिथून काय तयार होतं? हायपी त्या ठिकाणी तयार होतं. इट इज हार्ड राऊंड that is look like an mustard seed, looks like an mustard seed, cylindrical or elongated, dark color, that is black to brown in color, resting body formed due to the aggregation of the mycelium. When more aggregation of an mycelium means the compact structure of an mycelium, and these structure that can be useful for resistant to unfavorable condition and remain dormant for the longer period, and remain dormant for a longer period of time and germinate on the return of an favorable condition. Okay, so this is called as sclerotium. This is called as sclerotium. Next, dormant mycelium. Next, that is modification of an mycelium or the modification of cell. That is the number 4, dormant mycelium. It is the mycelium which hibernates into the host tissue under the unfavorable environmental condition. These particular mycelium that hibernate or that remains present or that can be perpetuate in the host tissue to ride the over unfavorable condition, and if remain in the dormant condition for the part of its life cycle and comes into activity when the conditions are favorable. So this is called as dormant mycelium. Dormancy period म्हणजे काय? That particular dormancy period is required to ride up the unfavorable condition. Likewise, in case of a mycelium, these particular mycelium becomes inactive when the unfavorable conditions are occur in that particular locality, and when the conditions are the favorable, at that time they comes into their activity when that particular conditions are becomes favorable. And last one, that is the gamete, last modification of the thallus or the modification of mycelium, that is called as gamete. These are the chlamydospores. आता chlamydospore, what do by chlamydospore? By the fusarium resting spore that is formed by the majorly this can be formed by the special fungus that is called as fusarium, and these are the resting structure of this particular pathogen that is called as chlamydospore. Produced in the lower fungus whose walls are thinner, they occur either singly or in the chain, become separate after the maturity. Gamete break free from the mycelium and disperse in the water. After the maturity, the particular spores that can be detached from the mycelium and that will be dispersed in the water. Most important thing is in case of an gamete, this is called as chlamydospore, and chlamydospore are nothing but the resting spores. chlamydospore ला काय म्हणायचे? resting spore म्हणायचे. जसं dormant mycelium आहे तसं in case of an gamete, these chlamydospores are nothing but the resting spore, called as resting spore. Okay, this is all about the modification of mycelium or the modification of the thallus. Modification of mycelium or modification of the